A lot of people watched it, but nobody's watching day to day all day unless you're me and just love this stuff. Procedures are okay, but we want to know, where do you stand? And so I think the more that politicians stop trying to be politicians and be people, then that will engage voters. We reject alternative facts, so come on in here and let me educate you on the facts. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday Eve. What is going on, my good people? It's me, your host, Quentin R. Giles, but if we're friends, you know you all have to call me Q. Welcome to another installment from our largest show, The Q with Q. This is our daily political briefing. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, hey, y'all. We love to see you here. All right. So I'm so excited to talk tonight. I'm so excited just to kind of talk about the news and see where everybody's at. We have some great stories. We have a little bit of not really a shakeup, but something new. We have a commercial for tonight, which is different. We're starting to get some ad buys, so that's beautiful. So we have a commercial that'll run as well sometime during the show. So you know how we do. Dissent, not disrespect, just the ground rules of the show. Definitely, we want everybody to interact in the comments. If you see someone that does not agree with you, that's fine. Engage with that person. But we do not disrespect each other. Baby, that will get you blocked and escorted about this live real quick, okay? But you can disagree all day long. We don't have no problem with that. We don't have no problem with that at all. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, there is a function called Super Chat and Super Sticker. That is an opportunity for your comment to appear on the screen. It does cost a little cash, but the beautiful thing is you get to decide how much you want to spend to get your comment featured. Not only does your comment get featured, but it pours into me so that I can continue to do this thing full time. Exciting news as well. There is another video that's coming. It won't be live, but remember I told y'all I'm thinking about expanding not just with the interns, but even the space that I'm in. And so trying to wrestle with, do I want to book this studio over here, or do I want to upgrade and get a 2-bedroom and use a room as a studio and do everything on my own? So there's a video coming with all of that. And so I say that to say your super chats, your super comments, all of that helps that. Your cash apps, whenever you sign up for the book clubs, all of those things, it helps. Now, I'm going to put a link in the comment. And I'm going to talk about it for a quick second because y'all know, baby, we got to tell you about Goli Gummies. Goli Gummies. Now, this is a nutritionist supplement, apple cider vinegar replacement that I do have an affiliate link with them. And so if you get you some Goli Gummies, baby, they also cut me a little check too. Now, I didn't ate all my Goli Gummies. I done ate all my Goli Gummies. I got to get some more. Got to get some more Goli Gummies. Got to. So I have to hit the people up and tell them, send me some more. But yes, definitely get you some Goli Gummies. I'm dropping the link in the chat right now. That same link will also assist you. I don't know why I keep this book so far. In our book club, you can sign up for our book club. We are going to be reading Barack Obama's book. And yes, we talked a little bit about Barack Obama yesterday. Yeah, we was mad at him yesterday for his comments about defund the police. But we back now. That's what family do. You get mad, then you get over it and keep moving. So we still reading Barack Obama. That's still our favorite president. That's what it is, period. Oh, Tammy Thurston. Everybody, I see people in the comment already saying hey to Tammy. Everybody say hey to Tammy Thurston. Hey, Tammy Thurston. Now, again, if you're new here, you're probably like, well, who is Tammy Thurston and why we got to say hey to her? Y'all, Tammy, I done made Tammy like an unofficial co-host. Tammy is like an unofficial co-host of the show. Tammy is one of my great supporters. That's she supports me in a lot of things, but she's specifically on Patreon. That link I posted for the Goli Gummies, you can get on my Patreon as well. Shout out to the people that were on my Patreon earlier. We did an exclusive live. It was fun. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I don't know if all my Patreon people are here right now. But we had a great time on Patreon. You all should definitely join the Patreon because it's fun. But Tammy supports me there, supports me here, and I just love saying her last name. So you'll see people in the comments just speaking to Tammy, you know, because we always say hey to Tammy Thurston when we start the show. Tammy is just like, again, I don't know why, and I'm glad she entertains my shenanigans. I have never asked her to do this. We just makes Tammy a part of the show. So hey, Tammy Thurston, how you doing, sis? Thank you for being here. Everybody saying hey to Tammy. We love to see it. Now, if you were here yesterday, you know my mind went blank on me a couple times towards the end, but good news, I ate today, okay? I ate. Now, before we get into the news, I saw a super comment. This is what we love to do. Oh, it's Jordan shouting out Tammy Thurston in the chat. Tammy, we're gonna have to figure out how to bring you on one day. I don't know. We're gonna have to bring you on the camera one day. We're gonna have to do a side by side or something. Thank you so much, Jordan. That right there, you see what Jordan just did? He did a super comment. His comment is featured. He gave some money. The money's gonna pour into the things that I'm doing, and we love that. Thank you so much, Jordan. Shout out to Tammy Thurston, baby. Shout out to Tammy Thurston. Let me drop the link one more time. Also, if you are enjoying this video, even though we just begun, but as we go out and start talking about the news, please share this with someone. Share this to your page. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter or wherever you're watching, share it to your page, share it to your friends, all of that. The link again, before I jump in, that's a place where you can get your Goalie gummies. Wait, turn it around. That link, you can get your Goalie gummies. You can join my Patreon, join the book club, and you could just support the work if you want to give a little donation. We always take those and love those as well. All right, let's get into the news. I got notes. Let's get into the news. So today, Biden, President-elect Joseph R. Biden, came out and said that one of the things that he is going to ask the nation for in his first 100 days is for everyone to mask up, to wear a mask for 100 days. And so what it looks like, what I'm seeing is one, leadership, right? But two, that is his way of using his political capital on the first couple days to get people to embrace mask wearing. We know traditionally, although the first 100 days of a presidency, it's not like this is some law or something enshrined in the Constitution that they have to do certain things. It's just become a tradition that we expect. It's a highlight of a presidency, right? And so that's one of the things he's asking for, is for everyone to mask up. And we literally love to see it. I saw a report earlier today that says, based on the deaths in America from COVID, literally people are dying every 30 minutes. Like, it's getting out of control. It is ridiculous. I know if you're here, most of y'all probably already wearing masks and y'all, this is not even a thing for you, but just please tell the people to put on a mask. And I'm thankful that Biden has come out and said that he wants to use some political capital that way. We also found out that he talked to Dr. Tony Fauci. Now, y'all know, if you've been following long enough, or if you were on the Patreon live earlier today, maybe I'm not taking no vaccine till Tony Fauci say something at all. And that's on period. Pooh, hold on. I see a super comment real quick. We need a Tammy Thurston mug. LOL. Heart you, Tammy. Tammy, we're going to have to talk business. The people say they want a mug, sis. The people want a mug, Tammy. The people want a mug. We're going to have to see what we could do. We're going to have to see what that doggone Tammy Thurston. That doggone Tammy Thurston. Thank you so much, Karen Fox. That's a super sticker. Shout out to you, sis. Thank you so much. Y'all, we love super comments and love super stickers. Keep sending them. So we also found out that Biden talked to Dr. Tony Fauci. Oh, that's what I was saying. If I was on my Patreon earlier today, and I was like, baby, I'm not taking no vaccine. I'll put on this mask, but Dr. Tony Fauci gonna have to tell me something. Tony Fauci, hello, is gonna have to say, yes, it's good. Yes, ma'am, Pam. That's what yes, sir, Pam. That don't rhyme as good. That don't flow as good. Actually, the yes, ma'am, Pam don't either. Well, yes, ma'am, Pam. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. So, but we did hear that Biden and Dr. Tony Fauci, is in communication with each other, and that Biden has asked Dr. Tony Fauci to stay on in the capacity that he is, and also be a coronavirus advisor. So I'm pretty sure that means like the discussion room, or the I don't know if they're going to call it a coronavirus task force like the current White House did, but Biden's coronavirus task force, he's asked Tony Fauci to join that, and he has accepted. So those are things that we love to see. Shout out to Liz Omar, who just sent a super sticker. Thank you so much, Liz. We love it and appreciate you for that. So those are things we love to see. I'm thankful for that. In other news with the coronavirus, we've also gotten word that Barack Obama, George Bush, the junior, well, I guess we don't have to say the junior anymore since senior has passed, huh? Okay, so George Bush and Bill Clinton, the three former presidents, have said that they will, once the coronavirus vaccine has been approved, that they will take that vaccine on camera, in public, some type of way, so that it instills public confidence. Because coronavirus, mask wearing, and the vaccine has been highly politicized, they are stepping forward to use their clout or influence, if you will, with the people that very much support them. And then, there's a certain astute with a president, right? Because it's such a small number of them. It's a very exclusive club, if you will. So they're going to come out and take the vaccine once it's approved. Joe Biden, President-elect Joseph Biden, also said that once Tony Fauci, it's like we found out about the other three, and then Joseph came out and said, same here. Now, I talked about what I would love to see them actually do, but I talked about that on the Patreon Live earlier today. So if you want to know my thoughts and comments about how I think they should make this happen, you can always go back to the Patreon and watch the live. I'm going to drop the link again one more time, and you can join the Patreon discussion via Patreon Live earlier today. And all my Patreon people, I'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll be going live when I swing by one of my friends' new businesses, and very exciting time. So we'll talk about that then there. So masked, of course, we're going to be masked and distance. She just getting it open and running. I'm so excited for her. So those are things that happened today in relation to coronavirus. Now, yesterday, I didn't really talk about this. Because I'm trying. Oh, shout out to you, Crystal Osborne, who is a Patreon follower. Thank you so much. Oh, and we got a super comment. Q with Q featuring Tammy Thurston. Tammy, the people said they want you on the show. Tammy, the people. I done made Tammy a co-host. Tammy say she just came here to support. She ain't even know. I done made Tammy a co-host. Tammy is an unofficial co-host. Shout out to Tammy Thurston. Thank you again, Jen N. Thank you so much. So excuse me. That's not coronavirus. That was me getting too excited. So I didn't talk about this yesterday because I really am ready for Trump to not occupy space in my brain when I have to deliver the news. Like, I'm ready for him to just go, unless we talk about all them crimes he done broke and we got some DOJ investigations going on, then I'm all here for that. Then I'll be back to talk about that. But he made a comment yesterday, which I thought was, again, it's hypocritical, but we have to point it out so it's not normalized, saying that don't let Biden get credit for the vaccine. I did this. Mind you, he keeps going around talking about voter fraud, this, but has yet to say anything about the American lives that we're losing. So let that sink in. You hollering about voter fraud, which is essentially a popularity contest with the presidency. So you lost a popularity contest, yelling and hollering about that, yelling and hollering about who's going to take credit for a vaccine, a potential vaccine, but you have yet to spend time and space with the death of American citizens, all the while you yelling you love America. Well, the coronavirus has killed Republicans, Democrats, independents, libertarians, Green Party, Kanye Party. Like, the coronavirus didn't care. It doesn't care. But you've not spent any time in that space. And you are the commander in chief. You are the leader. And you've not spent any time on it. Okay, so there's that. Shout out to you, Island Girl 66 Wilcox, for the super sticker. Thank you so much. You've not said anything about that, but you go out here and say, don't let Biden get credit for the coronavirus vaccine. Here's my thing with that. Outside of the main point that you're not saying anything about the death and the people, not only the death, that means people have lost people. That these are somebody's aunts, uncles, grandmas, fathers, mothers, sister, brother, kin, boo thing, husband, wife, All of that. You've not said anything about that, but you're worried about credit. But you yourself took Barack Obama credit. You yourself keep hollering about how you turned this economy around. Sir, you came into a good economy. That was Barack Obama. You talking about the stock market, you came into it when it was on the rise. Now, is there credit and space for the gains that were made during your 4 years? Yes, but the way you have said it, you would have thought we was in a Great Depression when you walked in. We was doing fine. We was on track. We was trucking along. So the gains you got is on the back of Obama, period. But of course, one, you don't want to give a black man credit because we know you're a white supremacist. But two, it's the massive ego for me that you would take all that credit, but moving forward, I hate that I have to even split these hairs. This is so annoying. But moving forward, instead of being concerned about the loss of life while yelling you're pro-life, you don't want Joseph to get the credit for a vaccine, but you got the credit for Obama. But that's how we do this thing. That's typically how it goes. If you come in and something great happens as president, you get the praise. If something bad happens, you get the criticism if you don't rise through the occasion, just like with the coronavirus. That's how this works. That's how it always worked. Stop trying to turn it to make it fit how you want to do. Fetch isn't going to happen. Okay? Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen. If the coronavirus vaccine comes out when Biden is president, it'll be the hashtag Biden vaccine. Now what? Now what? And I can almost guarantee that not only will Biden try to be nonpartisan in the vaccine, he will continue to acknowledge the loss of life. Because it's not like the American deaths are going to stop happening tomorrow. They're going to continue to happen, especially when we look at Thanksgiving and all the travel and all of that happened. We know we know that as cases increase, deaths soon follow. Let me take a quick shout out to you, Robin Hayes. Thank you so much. That's a super sticker. Those are things we love to see. And Susan England with the super comment. Yes, come on, sis. You know who gets credit for the vaccine? Scientists. Oh, you know what? You're right. You're right. Let me reverse hashtag Biden vaccine. I take that back. I was wrong. I got caught up in the moment. Susan is all the way right. Hashtag science wins. Hashtag science. Hashtag scientists. Laboratories. You are so right, Susan. Thank you for that. Get me together. Get me together and on a super comment, okay? Get me together on a super comment. I love to see it. I love to see it. Sis just educated me and put a little deposit. Hello, somebody. Come on now. We have another one. Allison MK. Thank you so much, sis, for the super comment as well. She says, and that is what happens when the presidency gets turned into a game show. You know, the gag about that is what we continue to forget, and I haven't brought it up every day either. Michael Cohen has told us such. Michael Cohen said that Trump never expected to win. They went into this to be the, quote, biggest, what did he say? The biggest, not political ad, oh gosh, promo, biggest advertisement. Basically, him running for president was supposed to set him up for the next thing. He never expected to win. That's why he was yelling about how it was rigged the whole time prior to it. All of a sudden, it's not rigged no more once you get into there, but you still had this presidential commission on voter fraud that went nowhere. Fast forward to now, here we are. But that's exactly right. That's what happens when the presidency gets turned into a game show. You are absolutely right. Absolutely right. Y'all know Biden is not my guy. Y'all know this. Y'all know Biden not my guy. You know who my person was. You know who my person was. Actually, let's take a quick break. We're going to hear from our sponsor for today's live, and then I will tell you who my person was on the other side. You all know I'm an entrepreneur, and I love me a fellow entrepreneur because we go through some things just to make our dreams come true. So I have to take a moment and give Shakara Leonard a shout out for her book, Boss Rules. Now, this is Shakara's first book, and she is giving you the tips and the tricks and the trades to how to get your entrepreneurial life on. Now, I have read the book, and here is one of my favorite days, and I'm going to quote a little section. Boss Rule 12, everybody can teach you something. The line in this that I really like is open-mindedness does not mean you take in and process all the information. Only pull out the piece or pieces that fit your agenda. And that is so real and relevant because even in the things that I do, I see other people doing things that I aspire to do, but I don't adopt their whole system because I don't always necessarily agree with everything that they do or say, but I take pieces of that thing and make it my own. Come on, Shakara. All right, so that was a little ad. That was a little ad. That thing right there. Definitely, as you see at the bottom of your scroller, I know some people might be listening on the podcast, so they can't see it. But you also can advertise here with us as well. The email is advertisewithq@gmail.com. Again, advertisewithq@gmail.com. Now, somebody already in the comments, they already know who my person is. Of course, Elizabeth Warren. Y'all know Elizabeth Warren was my girl. That is who I want. I mean, 2024, what's good? So I say that to say that Biden, what I was saying prior to the commercial break, Biden was not my first choice. However, he is the president and he is, thank you, Tammy Thurston. Thank you, Tammy. He is going to be the one that steps in and not only tries to depoliticize this vaccine, and we've already talked about this, him using his own political capital, asking people to wear a mask, because we know that this works, because everybody's not going to be able to get the vaccine right away. This works. Side note, our friends over across the pond in the UK, they're going to get the vaccine in, I think, next week. Now, I'm gonna keep my eye on that because, baby, I need to see if the Brits start growing 15 eyeballs, 32 livers, do fingers fall off, do your tongue split in two. I need to see. Now, keep in mind, I am totally joking. I don't think any of that is going to happen. But I mean, since y'all going first, I'm gonna just. They good? Okay, they good. Oh, okay. I'm gonna just have to watch out. Excuse me. That's what it was, Karen Fox, the greatest infomercial in political history. That is what Michael Cohen said. Exactly. Thank you. The greatest infomercial in political history, because Trump never planned to actually win the presidency. He only planned to run and set himself up on the other side. So there's that. There's that. Thank you so much for that, Karen Fox. Side note, guys, if you are loving the content, if you're loving the video, make sure you shared with the people. Go ahead and hit that share button, post it to your page, or send it via text to a friend. All of that. Oh, come on, baby. Yes, indeed. Crystal Oliver Green, thank you so much for the super comment. We truly, truly appreciate that. We truly appreciate that. I see you, Renita, in the comments. Renita said, I'm going to sit back and watch too. Baby, I'm like, what y'all doing on the other side of the pond? I'm like, anybody talk to the queen? Y'all talk to the queen. Where's Harry and Meghan? They over there? Oh, they over here? They in California? Okay, so they don't know. Okay, they don't know. Okay. All right. Somebody get Boris Johnson on the line. Call Boris Johnson. Yes. Okay. Because I'm gonna have to watch. I'm gonna have to watch. Okay. Because it's a no man Pam for me. So that's on that. But yes, I definitely want to let you all know, on a serious matter, COVID is definitely on the rise. It really, really is. So please mask up. If you've seen, I posted that, I go to the gym. I try to stay away from people. I'm going at a time where it's, I think, maybe like 6 or 7 people in there. Let's say 10. That's a fair number. So, just do things to bob and weave. I'm not saying shut your whole life down, but make sure, you are positioning yourself to be safe, wearing your mask, and telling other people to wear their mask as well. Now, let's transition. Baby, this Sunday, I told y'all, if you're just now hearing breaking news, we will be having a Georgia Senate runoff debate watch party. It's going to start at 6 p.m. EST. I'm not sure if any of you all were able to view some of our previous debate watch parties. We did one for I was going to say all three. We only had 2 presidential debates. We did a debate watch party for both presidential debates and the VP debate. It was great. We had a good time. We watch it together. We talk in the comments, and then I do a recap after the debate, and then we just, we banter and we have a good time. So we're going to do that again this Sunday. This debate is between Raphael Warnock and Kelly Loeffler. I hope I said her name right. I think it's Kelly Loeffler because y'all know I be chopping people's name up. And it will be at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, I have not put a link to on my website for you to register for it. Not yet, because I'm still waiting on my graphics guy to whip up the graphic, and then I should have it by tomorrow, and then I'll broadcast it. But I'm letting you all know we will be doing that. Okay, good. Somebody said the debate parties have been great. Thank you so much, Susan. So she's been there. Thank you so much. So we're going to be doing that. Definitely keeping our eye out on Georgia, Purdue, the other Senate seat, Purdue, and Ossoff. Purdue is not debating Ossoff because Ossoff towed him down the last time. And then since then, we've been hearing about potentially shady stock trading that Purdue has been doing. And keep in mind, he's a senator, so they do get classified briefings. There was an accusation against Kelly Loeffler as well, like them finding out about coronavirus before us, right? Which they should have, because they are elected leaders, so they should be getting these intelligence briefings, national security briefings, especially if it's a virus and I can't even say it's threatening our country. It's here. It's an ongoing threat, so that is a national security issue. There was some talk about Kelly Loeffler doing some stock trading, but we hadn't seen anything really materialize from that. One has to wonder, and Purdue, one really has to wonder, is that because we have a Bill Barr DOJ, or is it just the appearance of impropriety and everything was still on the up and up? One has to wonder. And see, this is why you don't do stuff like that, because it leaves one to wonder. So I don't know. I don't have the answer for it. But lately, there seems to be more talk about Purdue. So there must be something else that he's been doing. I think it goes beyond coronavirus or prior to coronavirus. Maybe that's why his story is getting increased. Because it looks like he's been doing some shenanigans. So we're going to be keeping an eye out on Georgia. I think the last day to register in Georgia, so here's the thing as well. If you voted in the presidential election in Georgia, you are still registered. That's what we've been hearing from not the Attorney General, Secretary of State in Georgia. You're still registered. But there are a massive amount of people who either will turn 18 on the day of that next race that need to be registered, and people who didn't vote and just weren't registered. So that's what everybody's working towards right now, getting those people down there in Georgia registered, baby, because we need y'all to pick up those seats. That way the Senate can be 50-50 and Kamala Harris will be the tie-breaking vote, and the Democrats will have control of the Senate. Now, with them having control, I expect real legislation. Nancy Pelosi and them already got the House. Okay, Chuck Schumer, if you take the Senate, I expect real work to be done. Period. Baby, we holding folks accountable. I want real work. Okay? So we need to get those Senate seats down there in Georgia. I saw a super comment. Where did it go? Sorry, guys. No, I showed that one. That was the super sticker. Shout out to you again, Crystal. Thank you so much. I could have sworn I saw a super comment. Huh. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Crystal, again. I don't know where it went. Okay. So yeah, I don't know where it went. So that's what's happening down there in Georgia. Okay. So we will be doing a debate watch party, talking that whole through this Sunday, 6 p.m. I'm in Central Standard Time, so CST. Okay, because we need them Georgia seats. My main thing I want, which I'm still hearing conflicting views on how this can happen, some student loans. Hello, student loans. You want me to go buy a car, go buy a house, stimulate the economy, get rid of these student loans? I'll go buy something today. I'll put some on credit today. You get rid of these student loans, I'll put some on credit today. Okay? I go, you get some of these student, I will go buy a Maserati today. Okay, expensive as it is. I will go, will not buy finance. You know, I ain't just got no Maserati money. I will go apply for the credit today. Okay, get rid of the student. I go buy the house. I open up a brick and mortar. I'm gonna share this with y'all. I'll be sharing with y'all. I really want, like, not today, but like later on in my life. I love pizza, y'all. Like, I love pizza. I want to open like a little pizzeria, but I don't know if I want it to be a chain or if I want to like create like my own pizzas. But I say that to say, get rid of the student loans. I go get a bank loan for the pizza establishment. Oh, is that sweat, baby? I get excited. I go get a loan for a brick and mortar business since you want to stimulate the economy so much. Okay, hold on. Super comment. Jordan said, need to quench your thirst with Ah, man. Okay, y'all really on this Tammy mug. Tammy, we're going to have to talk, sis. We're going to have to talk because if I sell the mug, I'm going to have to break you off. I got to give you a cut because, I mean, they rocking with you, sis. So we're gonna have to, Tammy, we'll talk over on Patreon. I'm going to send you a message on, let me write a note before I forget. Send Tammy Thurston a note on Patreon about merch. Okay, Tammy, we might finna do something. Tammy. Let me post the link right there. If y'all don't know, me and Tammy rocks on Patreon. Tammy, we might have to do a show on Patreon, Tammy. Y'all join the Patreon because Tammy Thurston's down there on the Patreon. This is too funny to me. This is too funny. We're going to have to get a Tammy Thurston mug. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I'm going to just say Brandon because I don't know how to pronounce your first name and I be butchering people's name. I butchers people's name. Okay? I butchers it. Oh, people saying they want the mug. They want the Tammy. We in business, baby. We live, baby. We live. Okay, another super comment from Crystal Oliver Green. Thank you so much. Again, if you're just joining us, a way to get your comment featured on the screen and we talk and discuss is to send a super comment or a super sticker. If you're down there on the YouTube, this is a way to do it. We love that. It pours into us to, do what we do. Let's see here. She says, let's chat about the Florida lawyer telling people to move to Georgia. Now, okay, let me say this before I get into that. Some stuff I don't allow to come into my head. I've heard something about this story, but I chose not to dive into it because it's, to me, sometimes I don't bring y'all certain things or I don't talk about certain things because I feel like it's going to cause more confusion and chaos. So even like one of the interns wanted to talk about, what did he want to talk about? He wanted to talk about what would happen if Trump somehow overturns the Electoral College, right? And I think there's a video out there of Van Jones and stuff. And I was like, honestly, and this is nothing against Van Jones personally. I was like, honestly, that's not something that I want to do because I feel like it causes more fear and anxiety when we know the established order. Like it's going to be a huge upheaval. Not to say that Trump wouldn't try, but it's certain things I want to stay away from, especially if I can't give you something on the other side of it. So I kind of know what you're talking about, Crystal, but I chose not to really just dive into that. So sorry, sis. I don't have nothing to talk about on that one. Hold on. I saw another super comment. Oh, I saw super sticker, LaRonda Bodie. Thank you so much, LaRonda Bodie. Yeah, that's a way too. If you don't want to actually comment and you just want to give a super sticker, that works as well. Thank you so much. Love it, man. Love it, love it, love it, man. Oh, excuse me. So, couple more stories, then we're going to get on up out of here because then me and Tammy got to talk. Me and Tammy going to have to come up with a design. I don't even know. Y'all tell Tammy, I'm going to talk, but y'all tell Tammy in the comments what you want the mug to say. And Tammy, this what you do. Figure out, like, start collecting the data because I don't know what it's supposed to say. I don't know if it's supposed to say political tea with Tammy or political tea with Tammy Thurston, the Q with Tammy. I don't know. So let's find out what it is the people want the mug to say, Tammy. And then we'll see if we can work it out. Now, Tammy, I'm gonna have to go through my lawyer because I don't know what this looks like with your name and my product. So we're gonna have to get the business straight. The business gonna have to be right. But if y'all, whatever y'all want on Tammy on the mug with Tammy on it, or hashtag Thurston time. I don't know. Y'all let Tammy know in the comments. Then me and Tammy talk later. So somebody mentioned in the comments the other day, and I found out more about it, or a little bit more about it today, that Ivanka Trump was recently deposed. Excuse me. Ivanka Trump was recently deposed surrounding the fund that her father had, and trying to figure out, or investigators were trying to figure out, was that inauguration money used the correct and proper way? Of course, well, not even of course, but it seems like she's starting to be more Trump-like, because Ivanka still had her whole Ivanka vibe, Ivanka way. She would defend her father at times, but she didn't really go all the way in like Don Jr. But she put out a tweet basically being very Trump-like her dad, and basically saying it's a political witch hunt and all this other stuff. There was a CNN report earlier today just kind of doing an expose on the Trump children, the oldest three, and what their path looks like post-Trump presidency. And apparently both her and Don Jr. have some type of political ambition. I think Ivanka, from my understanding, somebody said it's Thurston time. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. I like that one. It's Thurston time. Tammy with the T. Come on, Tammy with the T. I'm sorry, y'all. So yeah, she has some political aspirations. So does Don Jr. If you even look at how they positioned themselves, Don Jr. did a lot of the rallies and whipped up the I was going to say the white fear, right? But you saw Ivanka as a senior advisor to the president really on the world stage, where she had no business being, like in photos and in meetings and conferences with world leaders. And she was not one. She was an advisor or the daughter of the president. And so her only qualification for being there was her bloodline. Again, not something that we do here in America. So I don't really know what she would go and do. However, I am not foolish enough to not think that people would actually support her. And I've been saying, and I haven't said it lately, but I remember saying last year, she's the one you need to watch out for. I'm not concerned with Donald Trump. I mean, Don Jr., rising to political fame. I'm not concerned with that. I'm concerned with her because, again, if you've been here long enough, we talked a little bit about 55% of white women voting for Trump, and why were we so disappointed that white women did that in this holding up the white supremacist patriarchy, if you will. And I broke it down from a sense of women as a whole. We view women, although we don't protect women like we should, but we view women largely as nurturers, as carers, supportive type roles. And so I think it's always a shock to the conscious when you see 55% of white women voting for Trump, because you would think, wait, he had the babies on the border, the kids died, the Muslim ban, the racism, the fine people on both sides. I think that's why it continued to be a shock, because we ascribe these characteristics traits to women at large. And I'm not foolish enough to not think that they won't do the same thing with Ivanka. And just because she talks with a very soft tone, a very light tone, and she's prim and polished, that she's not just as dangerous as her father. She supports everything he did. So what do y'all think she's going to do? She's just going to be I've been saying as well, a smarter, slicker, savvier, more insidious Trump-like figure is going to come. Now, will that show up in the form of Ivanka? Is not going to show up in the form of Don Jr. because he's too brash. Or is that going to show up in the form of another Republican? We don't know. But they're saying she has political ambitions and wants to, I don't know if she want to be president or who she want to be, but y'all better watch her. Yeah, I better watch her. Let's do some housekeeping. I see super comments. We love to see it. Kamitria Stanley says, what about Michael Flynn saying Trump should declare martial law to keep the presidency? First off, look how far Michael Flynn has fallen. That's one. So you're just saying, what about? Nothing. It's not going to work. I mean, it's literally not going to work. I think there will be wide pushback from the military. I would like to say there would be pushback from Republicans. I think certain Republicans would push back. Obviously, the House would push back. I think the courts would push back as well because he lost the election. And so this is really all this voter fraud, martial law, all this. This is a way for Donald Trump to continue raising money. They've been sending emails like crazy to all their supporters saying they're still trying to steal it. They're still trying to steal it. We now know Donald Trump has raised more money. Gag this, more money in the recount the vote, stop the steal effort, which we know that money is basically, if you read the fine print, is going to him and his life after the presidency, not actually recounting of any votes. But he raised more money in this short time than he did when he was running for president. Like those emails and those fundraiser dollars, he's far exceeded that. So they found their cash cow. They found what's going to make him more money. So that's why they keep throwing everything at the wall. It's not going to happen. They need to stop trying to make fetch work. It's just not going to happen. Let's see here. Brenda Kuehler says, click the thumb up button. Oh, wow. Thank you, sis. So not only was it a super comment, right? But she's telling everybody click the thumbs up. I think that has something to do with like the algorithm and it pushing it out. I'd be so bad at saying this. Yes, please click the like button, share, subscribe, cut on your post notifications, all of that. Thank you so much, Brenda. Thank you so much. Somebody say it's the no experience for me. Talk about Ivanka. Exactly. No experience, but that's who you got to watch. Okay, somebody said Q brings the tea and Tammy quenches your thirst. That's a quote. I wonder if that's for the mug. That's cute. I like that too. So, yeah. So, guys, this has been fun. That is your political tea for the day. Typically, I'm about to head out. Hold on, let me put that. Okay. That's another way for you to contribute if you'd like to support on your screen. If you're watching somewhere else other than YouTube, the Facebook is live, the Periscope is live. If you like to support and seeing how people are doing the super stickers and super comments, you can always do that there on my Cash App, my PayPal, my Venmo, or the Zelle. Those listening on the podcast, I will put a link in the show notes so that you can contribute if you'd like as well. I am going to post this link one more time. That is the link where you can join the Patreon, which I just saw somebody did. Jordan Alston. Let me see if I can put it there. Jordan Alston just joined the Patreon. I just got the notification. Y'all see my New York Times, baby. I stays up on that news now. My New York Times. But yeah, that's the Patreon. So Jordan, I'll be sending you a message shortly. I send that to all my new people on Patreon. So I'll be getting with you shortly. But that link that I posted, that's for you to get your Goli gummies. It is an affiliate link where you get a good discount off of the apple cider vinegar replacement gummies. They are super good. And since it's an affiliate link as well, they do cut me a commission check after it, just full disclosure. The link will let you go to my Patreon. What else is on that link? I think, the book club. Yes, we will be reading A Promised Land. We're shooting for the end of the month. So you can join the book club via that link as well. I see a super comment. Yes, let me get the super comment before I hop out of here. Come on, sis. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let me say your name right. Licinia James, thank you for the super comment. Sis just sent $24.99. Thank you. She says, I love how you explain the political news. Me and my 12-year-old. Oh, me and my 12-year-old have been watching and you make it easy to understand and entertaining. Smiley face. You finna make me cry. It's the 12-year-old for me. That's what it is for me. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. That is the mission. To just help everybody understand what's going on and have fun with it. Like, I love the news, don't get me wrong. I love the news. There are certain newscasters that I have, but it's also a certain mode they have to operate in, right? I just love being able to bring my full personality and give y'all the news and breaking it down the way I love to do it. So thank you so much, Licinia James, for that super comment. Okay, guys. So I'm about to run out. This has been fun. Definitely Everybody say bye to Tammy Thurston. Everybody say bye to Tammy Thurston. Bye to Tammy Thurston. Tammy, I am going to be going to the Patreon. I'm going to send you a message shortly so we can see what we can do. This has been great. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Baby, Tammy is the co-host here. Tammy is the co-host. I might have to make Tammy a moderator for the comments too. You know, just in case trolls pop in, Tammy could just go bloop, bloop, bloop. We have to see what we could do. All right, guys, this has been fun. I will see you later. Okay.
A lot of people watched it, but nobody's watching day to day, all day, unless you're me and just love this stuff. Procedures are okay, but we want to know, where do you stand? And so I think the more that politicians stop trying to be politicians and be people, then that will engage voters.
We reject alternative facts, so come on in here and let me educate you on the facts.